call this meeting. This is a call meeting for Monday, October 27th, 25 at 4 p.m. Before we start, I'm asking, Mr. Leonard, would you lead us in prayer?
Okay. Let's bow here for prayer. Father, we thank you, Lord, for this day. We pray, God, you will bless us as we deliberate the business of this county. We pray, God, you will give us the right decision to make, oh God. And we pray, God, you will continue to look upon this country of ours, oh God. We pray, Father, that you will continue to bless us, oh God. And we pray, God, you will look upon all those citizens of Waycross and Ware County. Bless them in Jesus' name, I pray. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Okay.
Chairman.
We got a guest speaker. Huh? Do a roll call. Okay. Let's do a roll call. Mr. Burris.
Present.
Mr. Tindall.
Here.
Mr. Lucas.
Here.
Mr. Cox.
Here.
Chair's here. Okay. On A, we're gonna scratch that one. We have a speaker, anybody, any guests? Did we have anybody signed up for today? We don't have any. Okay. A request to rezone 840 McKinley Road from R75 to R75 mobile home.
Mr. Chairman, and we still need to approve the rest of the agenda as printed. I know you say we're gonna take off, but we haven't never voted on the agenda itself.
The agenda
Right.
items. Okay.
So, Mr. Chairman, I offer motion that we approve the agenda, deleting item A about the lease agreement with Ag Bank.
I'll second.
Okay. You got a motion and a second to change the agenda from the lease to the take it off.
Right.
Okay. All right. Any discussion? No, let's vote on it. Mr. Burris?
Aye.
Mr. Tindall? Mr. Lucas? Mr. Cox?
Aye.
Chair votes aye. Okay. Okay, we'll get back to B now. Request to rezone 840 McKinley Road from R75 to R75 mobile homes. To leave it on R75, that, it'll still be a mobile home. You could put mobile homes in it. Is that correct?
Double wides.
I think that's
Explain that to us.
Mr. Chairman, before we proceed, I just wanted, just for the record, that this item was heard at a public hearing at the previous month, and then it was tabled at the regular meeting, so we're just bringing it back from the table.
Right.
Or previous meeting, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead, Dave.
Yep, yes, sir. Give me just a second, I was just pulling this back in. So, yes, sir, currently you could put, mobile home on it already, but it'd have to be at least a double wide.
Okay.
And the request to change it to R75 MH was so that they could put, single wide mobile homes on it, or manufactured homes, I should say.
Okay.
Mr. Chairman, I think at the last meeting, we had a discussion on this, but we didn't have the applicant, wasn't here, is the applicant here today?
Yes, sir, the applicant is available.
Okay, and I believe at that time it was stated that we were trying to find out whether it was more than 3 or 4 mobile homes and things of that nature, and we thought it would be in the best interest of this body to hear from the applicant at that time to find out really what the intent was, because right now you can't put double wides there, but you can't put a single wide, but.
Yes, sir, that's correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good evening.
Good evening.
My intent was to provide living without without giving up as much property, right? So I wanted to kind of squeeze it in there, and I mean, maybe 6 at the most, but it'll be a slow process.
Will you give us
Oh,
your
I'm
name
sorry.
and address?
Yeah, Don Gray Johnson, 840 McKinley Road.
Okay, all great. Y'all got it?
So yeah, like I was saying, my intent was just to put a few mobile homes on the land to rent out. I didn't plan on putting a mobile home park. And initially, I had planned on putting it on West Jackson because there were already some mobile homes there. So I was just gonna kind of string it along that way, but because they don't have sewer there, I moved it to Beauregard. So, and that's the back end of the property.
So that's where you're talking about putting the mobile homes
Yes,
at?
sir, the back end of the property. Yes, sir.
And it's already mobile homes in that close proximity right now, right?
Fairly close, yes, it's a mobile home park right down the street.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, are those single wides?
I believe they are.
Okay.
I mean, that land is already rezoned as 75 MH, where the mobile park is. And also the land directly next to me, right on Bell, is rezoned at 75 MH.
On Bell?
Yes. The back, Beauregard and Bell, that back end, I wanna say, oh, I'm sorry.
Is those, that park next to it, is it double wides or single wides?
Are you talking about the one on the south of it on Jackson?
Single wides.
They are single wides.
And, Mr. Chairman, if I may,
Go ahead.
one of the things I was talking with the manager and Dustin about, you know, is trying, I know right now you can put them mobile homes there, but they got to be the double wides.
Correct.
But his intent is to try to put the single wides and not have a mobile home park.
Right.
Okay. And what I was asking, okay, in our discussion, especially with Dustin now, if that part of that property was rezoned for the R75 MH, but not the entire property, would that be a workable solution? Instead of rezoning the whole thing, you would just say like on Beauregard there, if you went down that street and I don't know what the setbacks would be in the footage and all that, but could they do that and still allow the rest of it to remain the R75 like it is now?
I believe it could be. I just wanted to know what was the purpose for us not to rezone the entire thing.
Well, right now it's on R75, which means you can't put double wide there.
Correct.
But if you do, the R75 MH would be for single wides.
Correct.
Okay, and that, I guess that's the reason, because, you know, you got different things, the R75, and just like in the city, you may have R50 and R50 MH, you know. So that's the reason why.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
and
And I'm sorry.
We
I
had
see.
some complaint about, they didn't want a mobile home there, is that correct? I mean, mobile home park.
Yeah, it's
Well,
it's in the
Is
back.
that right, Lynn?
In the very
Yeah.
back, there's
They
some people
didn't,
that
some of them
signed.
didn't want
Okay,
a mobile home
one
park.
thing they said, saying that, let's see, where is it? Okay, the community in general does not object to 2 or 3 mobile homes being placed on parcel, but as we are aware that rezoning the entire parcel R75 MH residential, it opens the possibility for future mobile home park on the lot, leading to realization of concerns, you know, that they may have. And like I say, right there in proximity to it, you do already have a mobile home park there.
Yeah.
And so, and how much property is that? How many acres is that?
About 10.
10.
10
Said it's about 10 acres on
so.
that thing.
But your intent is not to put a mobile home park.
Yeah, I don't think I can afford that.
Okay. Okay. So that's where I was at, Mr.
Yeah, I just want to clarify, the R75 district allows, you're right, it allows double wides, but it actually allows Class A manufactured home. which is more than just a double wide. That's a double wide with a masonry block and brick skirting on a footer, and also the meter base mounted on the side of the home. It's not just your double wide with vinyl skirting. It's more set up like a house.
And they would have to take the tongue off or something like that?
Well, they have to take tongue off any of them
Okay,
now, so.
okay.
But I just want to clarify that. Also, one question I do have is, when I looked on the sewer map, it showed sewer running from Bell Street down Beauregard, but it stopped about 329 feet short of West Jackson. So is that something you were going to extend the sewer down?
I didn't plan on extending the sewer myself. Now, if the county wanted to step in and extend that sewer, I would be fine with it. But no, so that's the purpose I went to Beauregard, is so that
Right.
because of the sewer line was, and I'm setting it in that corner close to the bell. And I mean, like I said, maybe, you know, 5 or 6 of them.
So, Mr. Chairman and Commissioners, the applicant would have to make an agreement with the water authority, because we don't own water and sewer, about the extension of the, of the sewer line. If not, the lots that are available for sewer can be, a lot smaller than the ones that are not. So, for example, from West Jackson up 329 feet, if he's not extending that sewer, then those lots could only be a half acre at the smallest. But then where sewer's available, you could go down to like 10,000 square feet, I believe. And 75 feet wide, where sewer's not available, they'll have to be 100 feet wide. And I don't know the authority's policy on extending sewer. I know when I've spoken in the past to them that they don't extend it, they actually make the applicant extend it. So, but I mean, that could have changed, so.
Yeah, if it has access to water and sewer, it's going to be 9,000 square foot.
9,000.
Yeah, so approximately 0.21 acres. And if it's only got access to water but no sewer, that brings it down to about half an acre.
Half an acre with 100 feet wide. So anyway, that's just a thought that I just kind of looked at that. So
Thank you.
So going back to my original, I guess, point I was trying to find out, if they, say if that part were rezoned on Beauregard up to where the sewer line is, okay, and he had enough room in there to put, what, 2 or 3, whatever it took, could that be something that could be done, is to rezone just that portion where he's gonna put the mobile home and leave the rest of it like it is?
the commission has authority to reduce, but they cannot increase the rezoning.
Okay,
So if the commission chooses to reduce the amount of land they want to rezone, they can do that.
Okay.
But they cannot increase it,
right,
because it can only be done less than what's been advertised. Can't go more than what's been advertised.
okay. I think that's a viable option, you know, if it's not gonna put a mobile home park and not wanting, and I think that would kind of seem like satisfy both parties, you know, the people that's opposed to it versus the people, you know, because they already stated they don't have a problem with 2 or 3 mobile homes going out there, you know.
And just if the commission decides to do that, they need to be kind of specific in the distance that they're rezoning
Right.
back off of Beauregard
Beauregard,
Street, so
yeah.
we'll have a record for the zoning map.
Like I said, that's just something, you know, that tossed around. Maybe it could be something to be a win-win for both parties, you know.
Yes, sir. How many single wide do you want to put in there?
I mean, ideally, right now, about 4 of them.
4?
Yes, sir. Yeah, but that may not happen right now. I mean, it's gonna be a process. It may be one now and another one at some other point, and I'll extend. But if I'm not mistaken, I think, what constitutes a mobile home park? Is it like 12 or something like that?
Yeah, it's at least 12.
I'm not
12.
I'm not doing that.
Okay.
I mean, even if I had the entire length of Beauregard from Bell to, and I'm not from Bell, but just south of Bell to West Jackson, I didn't plan on putting, 12 mobile homes there. That's just not what I had planned on doing.
So roughly, based on what we got right now, Dustin, what would it take if this commission, like I said, just thought we just discussed it now. How much land would it take for him to have 3 or 4 mobile homes in there?
That's going to depend on their proximity to the sewer. As long as they have sewer access, that opens up a little bit more space to work with, but if it doesn't have access to both water and sewer, then the lots are gonna have to be a little bit bigger, and they could change how it's gonna reflect what's gonna be necessary for that number.
On a portion of Beauregard here, they have water and sewer, right? Okay.
So on that portion where I do have water and sewer, that's where I kinda talked to the water sewer company already. And they told me that they can bring the sewer in right on my land and do all of that with no problem. I'm right in that corner, is where I plan on doing it.
Okay.
So Commissioner Burst, if it's for a half acre lot, 100 feet wide is the minimum for a half acre lot, and so you look at about 218 feet off of Beauregard Street. If you're looking for the R75 with sewer, you're roughly about 100 by 100. So it's about
100 by
10,000
100
square
lot.
feet.
Which
Yes,
is
sir.
like in the city, average size building lot,
Yes, sir. And if you go 100 by 100, that'd give you the maximum length of a manufactured home, which is I think 76 or 80 feet is what they call it. With 2 10-foot side setbacks, that'd give you could put the maximum home length on there. So if you went 100 by 100, where sewer's available.
So where sewer is available right now, how many could he put in there, Dustin?
Again, that would depend on how far those sewer lines go, as far as how far they can run those sewer lines to connect into it. That would be something that Satilla Water and Sewer would have to determine on that.
I can tell you that the sewer line runs about 2/3 of the way down my property line.
Down Beauregard.
Yes, sir.
From Bell Street?
Well, yeah, from Bell Street is probably 3/4 of the way from Bell.
But when you do less, the way that we've done it is if the property owner agrees, because they have to break it into separate parcels to then do it that way. Are you saying that they could order half a parcel?
So I pulled up on the map, it's kind of hard to see it. Yes, the green line, this green line is roughly where the data that we have from them, this is 10+ year old data, so.
But that's, when they came out, that's exactly what they told me, that's where it is.
Yeah.
They told me it don't run all the way.
There's also a sewer line just near the intersection with Beauregard and West Jackson.
mobile homes, they'd have to have possibly reach mobile homes.
Yeah, we got about 10. We got 10 names that wants to leave it like it is.
They're opposed to it per lot.
Okay, I mean, I understand that.
Okay, that makes sense.
Then
They wanna be
there is a
able to-
mobile home park near me,
Yeah.
and directly, I guess, off the corner of Bell and Beauregard, that's already rezoned as a MH. So I don't see why not that back end at least.
Yeah. To your point, Mr. Chairman, it worth so, I think, maybe 10 people so that sign up, but
Yeah.
if we go back to that page before those names, it say about the community in general does not object to 2 or 3 mobile homes being placed on this parcel, but they just didn't want to rezone the entire thing to R75 MH, I guess, to make sure that there's no mobile home park in that part of it, but they don't have a problem with 2 or 3 mobile homes being in there.
Yeah.
And that's why I was saying if we could just rezone that portion, cause we can't have him to sign it after they say, all right, you're not gonna put 3 mobile homes there now, and after you put more than that, then we're gonna send the man after you or something like that, But if we rezone just that portion where he could put them at, then he couldn't go, further with it.
Can we do that, Dustin? Just rezone a portion of it down there on that Beauregard, just go, how many feet would it take?
Can we?
800 feet, 500 feet?
Depends on how far I can fence the sewer line's going to be the limiting factor on that.
Can you determine about how many feet it is to the end of that sewer line?
It's about 320 feet from the West Jackson to the sewer line.
From West Jackson to the sewer line? Okay, what's the remainder of that lot down Buell
I didn't
Garden?
measure that. I didn't measure that part.
Okay,
I'm just pulling it up.
but it don't go down West Jackson, do it? It comes off of the Bell Street side, don't it?
The sewer comes off of Bell Street.
It does.
About 300 from this one about the middle of the street there. Click on this one.
For that first one, that was the first item, was it that they didn't want to remove paragraph 7? Was that what the hold up was?
The higher ups.
So those,
Go back.
why you looking, so those mobile homes would be facing Beauregard?
Excuse me?
Those mobile homes would be facing Beauregard?
Correct.
Okay, and so they would be like end to end, it'd be like, say if it was 3 of them, they would be, this one right here, then you got this one, that one right there, but they all be facing that street.
Well, so initially, like I said, about 4 of them, 4 to 6, right? And I can stack them. It would just be that end, that closer to Bell, and I would stack them one behind the other, 3 deep, have a road in the middle. Is what just because of the sewer situation. If not for the sewer situation, maybe I would have strung them along Beauregard.
James, didn't we do, something here a while back that they had to be so far off of the road and,
So far apart.
They could be oriented towards whatever road.
They have to parallel the road.
okay.
Yeah.
So he can still stack them in there like
He
that?
would have to subdivide off in each lots, and he would have to build a road that meets the county standards to do that. So he'd have to do, if it's dirt ditches, have to do a 60-foot wide road. He can still do dirt if you want to leave it private, but he'd have to do it just like a subdivision to do that. So that would be extremely expensive.
But don't all the mobile homes have to face a named street, named road? Being
They have
it's in
to
the county?
face a road.
Their address to.
So
Now
basically,
he's gonna put 6
So
or 8
so
in there.
basically what you would have to do, the first one you could face Beauregard, but then the ones behind that would have to face the new street.
The side streets.
Right.
Unless
he's
he went
putting
in
in.
there and
Unless he
put
does
extra
like a
roads
flagpole
in there.
So the only way he can do what he's talking is a mobile home park.
Or subdivide it out as a flagpole lot.
As a what?
Flagpole lot.
But only half the lots can be flagpole though, so it wouldn't work that way either. So
What is flagpole, what you talking about?
it's like
Having a little 30-foot strip that runs to the road from pieces.
basically a driveway runs back to the lot, and then the lot opens up to the lot size.
Cause I guess what I was thinking, okay, on that street, Beauregard, say if this Beauregard right here, alright, this is a mobile home here. Then it's gonna be like 100-foot lot or whatever. Then the next one will be there, then the next one. And I don't know how far that sewer runs. If it runs, say, 400 feet, then you would be able to put 4 and they would be facing right on that street.
I would be able to do that.
Yeah, and they wouldn't have to be stacked behind each other, nothing like that.
Right.
And it would be straight across, and that's why I'm saying, I don't know, so if it's 100 feet, so if you have to come back, what would be the setback from the road, Dustin, 25 or 30?
35 feet.
35 from the main road and 25 in the rear. And if he done that, then all we would do is just rezone
Yeah,
that part and
I
then,
see that, but he said something about stacking them behind them.
well, no, I was thinking about going straight down the
Yeah.
street, not stacking behind. Because then you got, talking about putting a road and all that in there, whereas right now, if the sewer's running down there, you just run them down there and just hook up.
I mean, that's an option.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I was
absolutely.
talking about.
So roughly he could put 3, maybe 4 along Beauregard from his north property line
Right.
down at about 100 feet wide, 100 by 100s.
Yeah,
So, and you might, if you decide what size manufactured home you're gonna use, you could shorten that up to like a 75. You just have to go a little deeper with the zoning. I just don't know what size manufactured home you have in mind.
Well, I don't either right now.
So that's why we always recommend do the 100 by 100 because that'll get you the maximum length of a
Right.
manufactured home.
and then,
So you could get roughly 3, maybe 4 there.
and the rest, that remaining part that doesn't have the water and sewer, if he wanted to pay to extend that, he could do that, right?
Right.
So if you just, again, come straight down the road, just kind of maybe like block that little section off. 100 foot deep. Okay, say you can put the mobile homes in here, but they face in Beauregard, and they have to meet the setbacks. But when you start talking about stacking behind each other, now you're going to a whole different ball game now.
Okay, so are we willing to rezone the entire back end of the lot, all of Beauregard right now?
Well, that's why I was just asking. Like I said, just thought. I'm just, you know, because then you wouldn't be rezoning the whole thing. You would just be rezoning that part right there.
And I'm all right with that.
Yeah.
What's on the other side of Beauregard? Is that
Just to the east of it,
houses or?
you got some houses, you've also got a trucking company, just to the northeast of it.
You got a C3 over there.
There's a double wide, there's a diesel mechanic shop, there's a single wide, there's another single wide, and there's a house.
So you got trailers all around this thing, or
Yeah.
So that's the double wide on the corner, if I'm not mistaken, if I remember correctly. On the corner of Bell Street and Beauregard, there's a double wide on the west corner. And then there's his property, which is vacant, except there used to be a house on it.
We live in the house now.
You live in the house. And then, and then his property goes all the way to West Jackson. And then if you jump across Beauregard at West Jackson, Beauregard, right there, there's a single wide Mr. Day's, I think Mr. Day's property. And then there's a single wide there, and then there's the diesel mechanic shop. And I think the, Pittmans have a house that's right there. Maybe, I don't know if that's their office or what, or just somebody lives in that house. Right there on that corner.
Some of these on that list, names you mentioned. Let's see a Pittman on there. 2, Warren.
Majority of them's on Bell Street, 1, 2, 3, 4 is on McKinley.
So James, if it's left just like it is, he can still put a double wide there, right?
Double wide with brick or block skirting or masonry type skirting on a footer with the meter base mounted on the side of the home and not on a pole.
That's the way it's zoned now.
That's the way it's zoned now. Yes, sir.
but you also, right now, like I said, it's on that all around there in proximity, you got a mobile home park across the street.
You got a mobile home
And
park
you
and
got
an
single
RV park.
wides, it's
And a
all
RV
mixed
park.
in there.
That's right.
They're wanting to change some of that, so that basically they don't want no mobile home parks over there no more.
No mobile home parks, right, that's why, and he said that he's talking about putting, what, 3 or 4 mobile homes,
I figure he could put at least 3 in there and be legal.
and
on
still be with the
Beauregard.
sewer, still be on the sewer side. Let's
And you wouldn't
see.
have to rezone anyway.
It'd be hard to squeeze 4 in there.
You have to rezone it to put a single wide, correct?
Yep, if this commissioner agreed to rezone that portion of it.
Yeah.
Mr. Chairman, this,
I would prefer not to put a double
Need a
wide.
motion on it.
I want to,
Just put single wides on there?
yeah, single wide.
It does to
Mr.
make it
Chairman,
something.
this is what that's what I'm kinda talking about, like, if That's Beauregard, and this the other street, that's the street. And this will be facing it, so you got water and sewer running down here, and you just, this broken line will be, since that was 150 feet back, just rezone that portion right there. Leave the rest of it like.
300 feet.
Just wet.
These 100-foot lots.
Right. That's what I was,
They wanna go from R 75 to R 75 MH.
We can, you wanna,
I mean, but I don't know how many feet we'll need though.
100 feet.
100.
you need
back,
100
running
feet
down
on each one of them.
Running from West Jackson to, this other street down here,
From the
Right,
property
this
line.
property. The rear or the western zoning boundary would be 100 feet from the front property line joining Beauregard Street.
right. And
That'd be,
just run from Jackson Street to whatever this other street is, don't have a name here, maybe that's.
Just go to his property to Jackson Street, from his northern property line to just to West Jackson
Okay,
Street.
right, the whole thing in 100 foot deep,
100 feet deep, yes, sir.
and part of that doesn't have water and sewer, but that would be up to him at some point to
Yeah.
extend it, or they may extend it or whatever, you know.
That's what the nigga heard was on.
can we do that? Right there, what Leonard got drawn. We, see here, what,
Yeah.
we talking about doing,
Right.
what, that'd be about 300 feet? Would that be east or
What I'm talking
south?
about, just like, say, that's his corner right
All
there.
these people was in
It's
here.
got water to it, this is,
Trailer parking.
Beauregard.
Was the main
Alright.
thing.
and you went back 100 feet, if we was rezoned 100 feet back, all the way down to West Jackson.
Yeah.
And then he could, but he could, the rest of it would still be the same.
Yeah, it's still.
I had
And it
no
would
problem
be facing
doing-
Beauregard.
No, that wouldn't go all the way to West Jackson, would it?
Yeah,
Well, he's got it drawn all the way to West
yeah,
Jackson.
well, that's where his property, it runs from here to West Jackson.
Yeah. Yeah, but see, you about halfway there.
Plus for split zoning like that.
Well, I didn't, but I have lived in one.
Leeway between, different uses, so.
25 years.
When I
Yeah.
first got married.
Cause this here's probably
So even if it
600,
was 100,
700 feet.
still it's an acting as 150.
That's why I was trying to find out how far was it from here to here.
Yeah, sort of like you went 150, it would technically be 200 that they could work with.
So how, you don't know how far it is from that one, all the way across that property?
Second, I'll, put the maps back up here.
Yeah, what I had in mind was that back this way, cause this is where the sewer's at.
Sewer back on this end
Yeah,
here.
and he said,
Okay,
and then the rest of it would be.
and he would need about
you-
300 feet.
Yeah, about 300 feet of it, off of it.
Right at 700 foot.
Yeah, yeah, it's still leaving 400 feet on the other end, see? To put,
You said 700 feet.
It's about 700 foot from the top, northeast corner of the property to the corner of Jackson.
okay,
So if we rezoned it to where he could put, it would take 400 feet. Right now, we're talking about what, 300 feet? But if we,
that's all he said, he got sewer
that's
in
like from,
it.
yeah, so if we went to 400 feet, it would get 4 of them in there, and that's pretty much it.
Correct. That'd be fine with me.
Say you need a motion, Mr. Chairman?
Is that, okay? Will that work? 100 foot deep, 400 foot long, and rezone that portion? Explain it to what
Well,
you.
what I was saying, if the chairman would entertain the motion to rezone, let me get back to them.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, on this McKinney Road parcel. We're zoned at 400 feet from, I guess that'd be McKinney on Beauregard, parallel 100 feet deep and 400 feet long.
You want me to give you a boundary and you just accept it in your motion?
So what now?
So you want me to you want me to read you a boundary?
Help me out here, bro.
So it will be beginning at the intersection, the center line of Beauregard Street and his northern property line. Extend along the center line of Beauregard Street for a distance of 400 feet. And then extend, 100 feet east,
Meaning west
I'm sorry,
That-
west, 100 feet west.
No, I thought you were going back.
of the right of way.
Okay.
It's west.
On West Jackson.
So it's
I have,
here.
Yeah, let's check it.
okay, I have a motion to
Well,
You
rezone
extend it, you, so,
400 feet.
100 foot in addition to whatever the right of way to the center line is.
yeah, the addition of that,
So what's that be, west to the eastern right of way, or, western right of way?
100 feet west of the right of way of existing,
Yeah, that would work.
100 feet west of existing right of way.
So yeah, 100 foot west of existing right of way.
So beginning at
100 foot west of the existing right of way.
back to the
400
northern
foot long or
property
300?
line.
McKinley and
I was thinking 400, you know, you say that's the most it would get.
3 mobile
Is it
homes.
west or east? I thought you just said it was east
So-
of the,
Are we not okay with
well,
going
that's what I just said,
from
you said it was east.
all the way to West Jackson on the property line, even though there is no sewer
No, it
down
won't
there?
go all the way to
Well,
West
we think
Jackson,
west is correct.
and it's the intersection.
about halfway across
No,
the
there is
property.
a sewer line.
So basically
on
it's
West
here.
Jackson
It's this
that ends
box.
just before the
So you're
intersection.
saying
About 150
in the
foot
north
from
of his property,
Yeah,
the
just
northern,
just in case they decide to extend it for me, you know, if they decide to extend it, then I can go ahead and put a couple more just on Beauregard. I like to have it zoned, so I don't have to come back to this
it'd be
process.
easier for us.
That's what I was
But-
saying initially. I was thinking, but like I say, I'm just one person, and I was thinking if you went from your property line to West
To West
Jackson.
Jackson, the entire thing going
thing-
straight down 100 feet back is what we're talking
Put
about.
7 or 8 in there then, that'd be a
And
mobile
then-
home
I
park.
think that'd
East
be ideal.
corner of the parcel on Boulevard.
Yeah, 100 by 100.
Right, that
Well,
way,
leave
if
it like
they
it
do put
is.
a sewer line there, I can
You
add.
can add on to it.
Right, without having to come back to try to rezone it.
Of parcel
Understandable.
And you would still be,
at Beauregard.
at the most, you can get in there, at the most, very most would be 7, but right now you're talking about 4.
Motion,
Right now, I'm saying
then
four,
100 feet.
not gonna happen right now.
Okay.
Right, it's a process, but at some point, if I could get 4, 5, and 6, it'll already be zoned to that.
And I went ahead and pulled up the map showing you where that sewer line I was talking about is. So, this area right here, that's intersection, you got Beauregard and, West Jackson. You've got the existing trailer park over here, they've got a sewer line tapping into it. And it's about 150, 160 foot, to the, northwest corner of the intersection.
That's his property.
So that would be just pretty much like a clean sweep, just straight down. Right now, you know, it don't have water and sewer on 300 and something
They
feet.
do currently have access to water, there's water lines that go all the way around the property.
Okay.
So he'll have to connect on to that sewer there, finish it out, and then hit Beauregard and go all the way down it. Is that what you're saying,
I'm
Dustin?
sorry, what was that?
He'd have to connect on to the existing sewage now, run it to Beauregard, and then run it the 400-foot length of Beauregard, right?
It's run
Well, you gotta
down.
know what the grade is on it, if you run out of grade.
Authority says, I mean, there's two sewer lines in that area. You got the one at this intersection, and you got one that's a little bit further up the road. So I mean,
It looks like to me they probably run out of grade right there.
this in here, so I mean, I don't know which would be more convenient for them,
And
so
then,
it would be up to their discretion on that.
West of the existing.
You know what the grade is on it?
Unfortunately, not right offhand.
That's probably why it stopped where that, because it run out of grade.
I'd agree.
When sewer runs out of grade, you got,
Got
go somewhere else, you know, or either
Lift
go
station.
back.
Oh,
Yeah,
lift
put it in
station.
a lift
You
station.
know about that
So,
now.
see, I don't know where he can really do that or not, because
so that's why they're.
if him sewer is out of grade, then he can't come to that property.
You talking about go past what we're talking
Yeah,
about?
unless you put it in a lift station.
Well, I guess,
It's gonna cost you several
Several thousand dollars.
but it would already be zoned for it, and so it would be his option if he decides, hey, I don't wanna
It costs budget money to put it in a
cut
lift
that
station.
much, I mean, it'd still be zoned for it, you know.
And if let's say if I decide just to put not to use a sewer, you said it have to be a half
Yeah, half an
acre,
acre.
a half an acre. then that will probably be an option as well, or it could be an option. And I would have to put a
Septic
septic
tank.
tank.
I mean, if you're going 400 foot with the initial, there's still about 300 foot there. I mean, there'd be plenty of room for at least a couple lots there.
Mr. Chairman,
Whatever y'all wanna do.
I wanna make a motion, but I'm asking maybe the clerk or somebody to help me. I know what I wanna say, I just don't know how to say it.
You want
You know.
you want to make a motion to rezone, and this is what we've got.
Wait, just one clarification. Are you wanting to rezone the entirety of his parcel for Beauregard or the 400 feet?
That would be my motion, but like I said,
The
just,
motion would be the entirety.
The entire
just,
Beauregard.
right on there. Like I say, if it runs out of grade or whatever, that's on him then, but it's already zoned the way he can put a mobile home there.
That's
y'all
only
got-
100
Y'all
foot
changed
deep
it, I
then.
had it written out, we changed it up.
Okay,
But that's the entirety of Beauregard, though.
okay. So what
100
would
foot deep.
I be saying?
Right.
Just 100 foot deep, is that all you need? Do you need
100
an
foot.
alley on the back or you don't need
I
that?
don't think they have.
100 foot deep?
100 feet deep, parallel
100
on
feet.
Boulevard Street.
100 foot deep running parallel.
Yeah, and like I was saying, with it being 100 foot, our zoning ordinance gives an extra 50 foot leeway when it's a split zone parcel like that, so that at least have that extra 50 foot.
So that's automatically in it, that 50 foot?
Yeah, that's gonna be at the back end of it, basically.
Okay,
So does,
Potentially on the south end, 50 foot, so.
and does the mobile homes will have to face the house?
face,
So
that's,
so they
yeah,
can't be put in
So the
along
front
the
door will have to face Beauregard,
Okay, okay.
yes, sir.
And then leave the rest of it. All right.
I mean, if he wanted to put them on the side, like on West Jackson Street, then they would have to face West Jackson.
exactly.
All right. Okay.
Chairman, I don't mind making a motion once they get it ready for me.
We're writing it
All
out.
right.
You
All
writing it
right.
down? Okay.
Make sure this is your intent,
Okay.
Mr. Commissioner. Beginning at the northeast corner of parcel 0550-02014, and then running south along Beauregard for the length of the parcel, and then 100 feet deep. It's the commission's intent to rezone only the property that was just described, RH 75, or MH 75.
R75.
R75 MH, there we go,
Can you reread the numbers for me?
sure. Beginning at the northeast corner of parcel, make sure we'll read this correct.
Northeast corner.
055D02014, and then running south along Beauregard for the length of the parcel, and then 100 feet deep will be rezoned. Tell me what it is.
From R75 to
From R75,
R75 MH.
Well, technically, that would extend down to the
R75 MH.
Yep, that's a given in the zoning ordinance, so.
Okay. That
Okay.
sounds
That's
just,
the intent?
that sounds just like what I wanna say.
All right.
So I guess, can y'all let me borrow that or whoever gonna?
I'm writing it out here.
Now,
Okay.
Also, you're gonna leave the rest of the property.
Leave the rest of it like that, that's all we doing.
Leave it at R75.
Right.
You wanna put that
You
in
wanna go
there
ahead and do
too?
it all, you better do it.
Yeah, need to
I
put
still
that in
live
there.
there, so I still like my privacy.
I got you.
Remainder stays at
I
R75.
don't think we even have to, we
Don't
can
even have
state
to
it in there,
say-
but it's gonna stay, I mean, cause all we
Yeah.
rezoned that part right there.
Just that front half, just that front.
That-
10.
I like-
Well, when you bust it up, it's gonna be a different parcel though, so you're gonna probably have to say something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All you gotta say is the chair,
Okay.
all you gotta say is the ones on.
I confused myself when I started reading
It's
something.
stated in the thing,
That
you only can
remains.
go up 100.
In my mind, I had it all worked out.
No, that goes to R75 MH is what's on Beauregard. Facing Beauregard.
Right.
Rest of it stays all 75.
Stays or 75.
Yeah.
That's trash.
Okay.
100 foot to the west of the right of way. Because otherwise it's gonna be, it's 30 foot right of way there, roughly 30 or 40.
But there's only one that says you extend to the center line, so.
Well, I just wanna make sure,
Yeah,
since
I wanna clarify.
we're saying that the corner of Beauregard,
And that's exactly right, that right there, that page. A motion to rezone that right there. Nothing wrong with this board, it's there.
You want that back? I'm gonna frame this. Mr. Chairman,
All right, I hear a motion.
Mr. Chairman, I offer a motion that we rezone R75, from R75 to R75 MH, beginning at the northeast corner of parcel 055D02014, and running south along Beauregard for length of parcel, then 100 feet deep west of the right of way. And the rest of the property will remain like it is. Zone R75.
It will.
That's a good motion.
Okay.
I'll second his motion.
You got a motion and a second. We got any discussion? If not,
Mr.
Go ahead.
Chairman, excuse me, the only discussion I would have is, we're saying 100-foot setback, but we're saying 100-foot setback, if I'm understanding correctly, what we're saying is what's outlined. Well, we're outlining it in the middle of the road. So that middle of the road is how many feet?
That's why they said west of the property line, or west of
West of the
Beauregard,
property
100
The
feet.
rest of the right of way.
it's 100
Okay.
feet from the edge of the property,
that's the
so
right of way.
it goes back 100 feet.
I heard right away in there somewhere, so that's what,
It's understood that your zoning extends to the center line, so.
okay.
Okay, you all right with that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is there any more discussion? Well, all right, let's vote on it. Mr. Burson?
Aye.
Mr. Tindall? Aye. Mr. Lucas?
Aye.
Mr. Cox?
Aye.
Chair votes aye. Okay.
I was gonna give it back to you, you know that, you know, man.
Okay, on C, award a bid, I'm gonna turn it over to Mr. Cox, the co-chair on this item here.
All right, the Georgia Department of Community Affairs awarded $542,520 in construction dollars for street drainage improvement. Ware County's local commitment toward the construction was in the amount of $343,359. Therefore, the total construction budget equal to $885,879. Thrift Brothers completed the construction of the original project targeted area in the amount of $608,956.08, which included the construction of Wren Avenue, Cardinal Drive, Mockingbird Lane, Sparrow Drive, and Bluebird Circle. The revised construction budget for this project, Dusty Lane and Katy Lane, is in the amount of $276,922.92. Bids were received and open on Tuesday, October the 21st, 2025 at 2 p.m. for the 2023 Community Development Block Grant number 23P-Y 148-16357, street drainage improvement for Dusty Lane and Katy Lane. The bids received were as follows. Thrift Brothers LLC total bid was $217,87. Scruggs Company was $287, $454.61. East Coast Asphalt LLC total bid was $296,955.36. It's recommended to award the bid to Thrift Brothers LLC in the amount of $270, $270,217.87.
Which is the lowest bid.
Well, which is the lowest bid.
I'll second his motion.
Okay, you made the motion?
I'll make the motion, yes.
Second. And you got discussion now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and again, I guess for the public, reason that's why we're doing this right here, it was on the CDBG originally, we had a number of roads out there, but then basically we had like money that could be left from that original amount, and we could put money, which would be our in-kind or
We're
our,
fulfilling our match.
will fill our match, not in-kind, and to pave two other roads that's right there in proximity to this, other one, so.
Correct.
And what we look at a lot of time when we're doing this is when you eliminate, anytime you eliminate the dirt road, that means you're eliminating having to grade them and things of that nature. So I think this was a good thing, and, you know, and the people that's doing the work are doing a good job out there. We don't have any issues out there, do we?
No, sir.
Okay. All right, that's all I have.
Okay, well, I'll call for a vote. Mr. Burris,
Aye.
Mr. Tindall? Aye. Mr. Lucas?
Aye.
Aye.
And we'll reflect for the record that the chairman abstained from both participation in the conversation and the vote itself. Thank you.
Okay,
I'll turn it back over to the chairman.
all right, thank you, Mr. Cox. Okay, we'll go on to D, approve the airport capital improvement plan.
Mr. Chairman, this is a 5-year plan that we have to approve for the, commission has to approve for the airport in order for us to be eligible for, grant funds. And usually in those cases, the, grant funds for the airport is, 90% federal, 5%, DOT, and 5% county. And in your report is a copy of the, different improvement items, projects.
Okay. I hear a motion.
Okay,
Mr. Chairman.
I'll motion that we, accept this, right thing I wanna say here.
Doc,
Capital
long.
improvement plan.
5-year capital improvement.
5-year capital improvement plan for the Waycross Ware County Airport.
okay. I got a motion, I got a second.
I'll second.
Okay, I got a motion and a second. Any discussion on it?
Mr. Chairman, we got the airport manager out here now, this, maybe if there's anything, maybe you wanna enlighten us a little bit more about it, you know?
Took him on.
Project.
Part of this plan, if you will look in your sheet of paper, say 2027, you'll have them listed 1, 2, 3, and 4. And that's the ones that we'll be applying for inside the community improvement program for our funding, for the, like the manager said, 95 and 5.
Yeah, we only got marked 1, 2, 3. Am I highlighted?
No, it's in red.
It should be in red.
In red,
Oh,
right
okay.
below.
Right below it, I got you.
Just say 2027. We're done with 2026, now we're in 2027. That's the part of the plan that we're asking for now, so we can turn it over to our engineers so they can start applying for the funds for this.
And Mr. Letters, if we hadn't renewed this or whatever, then we would be in jeopardy of losing federal funding.
Yes, sir.
On a lot of stuff, and we definitely don't wanna do that.
And Ware County's blessed because we're gonna get 90% federal, 5% state, only 5% local. So that's good for us. It's a win-win.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
FAA is 90%. Anything else on it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, it'd be for that amount, the total.
Well, you'll see, if you go on over, you'll see it broke down, for the total project cost to be in the red, and then the second, then you'll go over, and it'll say federal share, then it'll say state share, and then it'll say local share.
Yeah. Is that what it
And
costs
this
the
would be,
county?
and this, yes, sir,
That's what we'd have
what's
to
in,
put
what's in
in,
the local and
put
the
in
red.
17.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
And the project that we're working on is the runway 119, having it resurfaced. That's the longest runway that we have out there.
okay. That's the one you own in 2027.
Yes, sir.
So
It'd be in the red.
17.
package.
The project cost 17,250. Am I on the right one?
Well, there's 4 different phases of it. You're gonna have the design phase, the total project cost would have been 60,000.
Yeah,
The second phase of it
135.
would be the construction, which would be 3,400,000. The third phase would be the update of the plan.
yeah,
And then the last one would be the rehab, runway 119 lighting signage, and that would be 135. That's the total cost. Now, if you go all the way over to the right, to the last one, you'll see what the county share would be.
so.
Would be
okay.
300 and,
No, it'd be less
No,
than
it'd be
200.
less than 200,000.
yeah, that's
Yeah, less
200,000.
than 200,000.
Okay,
Once again, that's a win-win for us because we're gonna get 90% federal, 5% state, and only 5% local
Local, yeah.
So,
on this bigger project.
so that last red down there, the 181,475, that would be our
Yes, sir.
total cost.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And the total cost of the overall project is how much? Around about 3 million?
$3,612,250.
Yes, sir. Yeah, that is a blessing.
3 million. That's to pay one, overlay one of them.
The longest one is
The longest.
119.
What's that length of that runway? You know, right off the top of your head?
6,000.
6,000.
A little over a mile.
Mr. Chairman, I think Commissioner Tyndall
Tyndall,
might have had a
yes,
question or a comment.
You
On
had a
the-
comment?
On the,
Commissioner
Oh,
Tyndall.
10, go ahead, John.
Yes, sir, thank you. I just wanted to say that I have personally been able to enjoy the benefits of our airport through some business transactions that I've been able to bring in from out there. And so I just wanted to say that, you know, the money that we spend on the airport is highly valuable, not only to myself, but to the rest of the community as well. So I'm all in favor of moving forward with this.
Okay,
So basically for $181,475, we get $3,612,250 worth of
Right.
work.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And while you're up, Mr. Meadows, can you share with the commission about something that you all implemented or you, whatever, but well, when pilots come in at night,
Yes, sir.
That they would be
One
able-
of the things that we've done this year was, in the past, when the airport closes at 7:00, having access to the inside restrooms, anything like that, there was no access. And at one point, we had I don't know how to better say it, a blue porta toilet outside, and you'd fly in millions of dollars of airplanes, and after 7:00, you'd have to go to the porta toilet. So what we done was we went in there and we secured everything, put it in safes, we got doors that lock. So now we got a code on the back door of the airport. So when a pilot comes in, they can call and we can give them the code to get in. And they can come in and access the restrooms and the vending machines. They don't have to be stuck outside, because sometimes we have planes to come in at night that may do a medical harvest of some kind, and the pilots would just be stuck at the airport. There would be no place for them to go. They couldn't go to the restroom, they couldn't do anything. So now we've had it where they can come in, and it has been very well received from our pilots, and because it's just, our restroom is a lot better than porta toilet.
Yes.
And I'm not making fun of that, but I'm just being serious, where we were able to do this for our community and for our aviation program, where they can come in and their access, they have a microwave in the kitchen, we have in the vending machine where they could get them something. And so this is just a big improvement from what we had out there. And this was something that's been utilized pretty well, because some of our medical teams come in, they come in after 7 o'clock. We don't necessarily, they may call me at 6 o'clock and saying, we're gonna have a plane come in at such and such time, and it be after our operating hours. So we're able to do this and not necessarily have to bring someone in to open up and be there.
And that chatter's gonna carry between them
That's
pilots
right.
too.
Exactly.
This is just another benefit that we've done to the airport that's been really well received.
Yes.
Good.
And I know I've visited the airport a lot of times out there and just stopped by, and the morale seems to be real good out there. And also, what you've been in this capacity, what, about close to a year now?
Since February.
Okay, since February. And so I'm pretty sure the commission would appreciate what you're doing, because, you know, you're pretty much doing a dual role right now. And things just such as that, you know, just having something convenient for the pilots when they come in. And Commissioner Lucas alluded to it, they talk about it now.
They talk about it.
And one of the other things that we've done, and the manager was able to be a part of it, was we had I would say almost like a meet and greet, where we had our local pilots to come in, and we had a meal out there of the evening. And we just went out there and introduced ourselves. We heard what they wanted to, what they wanted for their airport. And then we were able to just to sit and listen to them. And that was very well received as well, because we had several of them come out. And the thing about it is, they just didn't hang around 5 or 10 minutes and just make an appearance. They hung around and talked, and actually, I mean, some of them go back for stories that's been here for a long time with the use of our airport. And then we've got some young pilots. We've got one pilot out there right now, and she's doing a flight school, and she's already received over 1,500 flight hours herself. And she's a commercial pilot now. So we've really amped up and trying to make them more included and us more included in what they need.
Yeah.
Excellent, that's excellent. Appreciate what you're doing out there.
Yeah. And you know, one time that we toying with the idea about self-fueling and all that, and this sounds good, but when, like I say, when you start getting up in the age and stuff like that, you don't even want to crawl up on no wing, no plane and fuel it. And a lot of people understand, the pilots, they would opt to come to Waycross rather than go to airports that had the self-fueling, simply to get the full service, you know.
Mm-hmm. And we do have pilots that will, and they'll look at the price of our fuel gets posted daily. They'll look and they'll come into Ware County, and they'll come in and get fuel, stop a few minutes, and then they turn around and they go right back off. And they would have the opportunity to stop somewhere else, but they choose to stop in Waycross and Ware County. So having this project here is just going to be, it's just really going to do a lot for our airport.
Okay.
Keep up the good work, Chief.
Yes.
I also did a flight simulator that we.
Well, yeah, that's it.
One of the other things that we've done too was when these pilots come in, now that we have 3 flight schools out here operating out of ours, you have to go get your hours by going to the instructor, getting in the airplane, going up, which gets to be very expensive. One of the things that we've done was we bought a flight simulator that's FAA approved, and we got it inside the terminal now, so we can bring students inside with their instructors, and they buy a block of time from us, and they're actually able to get their FAA hours on that simulator instead of having to go up in an airplane. Roughly $150 an hour going up in a plane, and it's roughly $45 an hour to be able to sit in our simulator. And they still get their credit and their times. And that's been good, because some of our flight schools were renting it out and doing their students. And like today, on a day where it's really hard to get in the airplane and going up and flying, they can come in there and get their hours and still do what they need to do.
And I really like the verbiage you use, what we have done out there.
Yeah, this is not a deep project.
I like
This
that.
is actually, this has been an entire project by everybody involved in it.
That's good.
This is not me by no stretch of the I think we had the actual best staff that you could put out there at the airport. They all work extremely hard. They don't mind coming in and doing anything. And you know, this year we were able to we had our flight program for our kids that would come in, where we were able to take them off. And now we're actually doing field trips out there. So we've got some, next week we got a group coming in. We've already had one group of homeschool people that come in, and our pilots are participating in that. And they're bringing their airplanes out, and they're allowing the kids to get up there and look. And so we had a young gentleman to come out last week. He was either 6 or 7, I mean, he's young, less than 10 years old. And when he come out there, his granddad used to partly run our airport, and his granddad had wrote his name in the concrete of the airport. And so we were able to go out there and wash it off and get it clean. And he knelt down and got a picture made by what his granddad did several decades ago. So that was very impressive.
That's great. You can put that in
Very
paper.
good. And you know, not to take away anything from what you're doing out there, and your staff were great, but the previous airport manager had out there, I think he really got things really going in the right direction.
Well, this has been a chain reaction.
Right,
So
right.
this has been one of them things you pick up from where you left off and you
Right.
continue doing what was already laid in front of you.
Frank Patana
We're
was,
we're trying to improve it, and I want it better than what we're doing now. I want it to exceed and go to another level than what we have.
but I think that's one thing that Frank, he wanted, one of his goals, Frank Patana was to get the airport where it would be like self-sustaining, where it would operate on its own, almost like an enterprise fund. And, he's working and he's doing great work, whatever he's doing right now, you know, the other job, but.
Well, the other night I got a phone call, or one day, and I even mentioned it to the manager. We had a major university to call me and said they were coming in to land, and this was after hours, and they were it was Texas Tech University. Their head football coach flew in, went to our stadium and watched the football game, got back on their jet, left and flew back, and that was pretty neat to see. And I went out there and met him, and I asked him could I borrow his plane while he was going to the football game. I just needed to fly around a little bit. He wouldn't throw me the keys, so. But I did try, so. Told him I had practiced on the flight simulator.
Yeah.
Instead of Holiday Inn Express tonight before. So. But that is things like that that comes in, and you know, they could have landed at Douglas, they could have landed somewhere else, but they chose to come here and spend their money with us.
Right.
Good.
That's
That's
good.
good.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dee.
Keep up.
Okay, now. We're gonna we didn't make a motion.
We hadn't voted, we made a
Had a
motion,
We made the motion,
Second, we need
we
to vote.
discussed.
we just need a
Okay,
vote.
we did already have the motion there. Okay,
Yeah, Mr. Burris
We got-
made the motion and Commissioner Cox seconded.
okay. Is there any more discussion on it? Where's our funds gonna come out of for this part?
They'll come out of
180.
the airport funds or the SPOS accounts,
The splash account,
or the airport funds.
does the airport have enough to take
It
care of
has
that?
funds in there.
They do? Okay. Any more? Anybody got anything else? If not, let's vote on it. Mr. Burris?
Aye.
Mr. Kendall? Mr. Lucas?
Aye.
Mr. Cox?
Aye.
Chair votes aye. Okay. Any manager comments?
Yes, sir. I got an email from Mr. Summers today, Daniel Summers with GDOT, and he was requesting a status or an update on the R cuts on, at Carswell Avenue and Highway, State Route 520. And I told him I would meet with you guys today and try to get a consensus whether you support DOT doing that project or not.
Okay, that's on letting them stop the traffic from coming across 520.
You won't be able to
You
cross
gotta turn
520 at
right or left.
Carswell.
You won't be able to cross it.
Right.
Oh, y'all know what that's about,
Yes.
remember?
Generally, yeah.
Yep, Mr. Chairman, I'm not opposed to the R cuts. Only thing I got concerned about, and I know Commissioner Cox did too, it might have been Commissioner Lucas, was that whenever these 18-wheelers come about turning around, where they gonna turn around? And that's what we're trying to get that part of it, as far as the right, I understand the rationale behind that, and I think it would be good, but like I say, we don't wanna eliminate one problem and create another problem up the road,
Yeah. I think that what we do though, Mr. Burris, I know what you're saying, and, Mr. Cox, but, it'd be DOT's place. It'd be on them then, if they make a mistake, we let them do what they think's best for the road, because they are.
Well, if I'm
highway
not
people.
mistaken, they actually said that they would, if need to, they would actually extend the median turnaround. You extend the median so you can decel lane to turn, and then actually widen out the shoulder of the road on the other side so the semis can make a U-turn if they need to.
I think they need to do that, and if they.
That's
they
one of
would.
the comments that they said at that meeting last time they were here.
Okay.
If they do that here, they gonna do it all over the state.
Well, we had a lot of tragic accidents there on that road, and it is aggravating to get across there.
It is.
It's essentially the same thing you got at Chick-fil-A on Memorial Drive.
Exactly.
That's what it is.
Okay.
So they want to know if we give
Hey,
our blessings on it?
Yes, sir.
I guess what we do, just ask for a okay on it, or
Take a vote on it.
take a vote.
Would they be willing to give us like I guess a conceptual drawing of what their plans are so that we would know?
They had it before.
I mean,
I'm
once
talking
they get them
about the
finalized,
turning with them semis.
Yeah,
I'm
we
sure
have-
they'll
we
do
have
that
to have
once they get it finalized. They probably does not have them finalized right now, so they just kind of wanted the the commission's blessing, if they'll support the project or not.
I think we're willing to support it, majority wise, but I don't want, speaking for me on this second half of this, I don't want my signature on there until we see what the state has to say. You know what I'm saying? I don't wanna stick my neck out there and say I wanna do this, or I'm willing to vote for this, and not have the state's wording.
Right.
Because sometimes that wording can get flipped around on you and you done approve something.
Right.
And like I said, my concerns is putting a turnaround right in the middle of that curve, a quarter mile down the road. Which, like I say, I know there's a problem there and something's got to be done, and I will support what they want to do, but I want it known that there's going to be a problem a quarter mile down the road. Or either, what's the name of that road that goes by Parrott Tractor, James?
Musket Trail.
Musket Trail.
Them big trucks is gonna turn and go down it and keep it tore up, and that's gonna be on us. 'Cause that's the only way, the other way out of there is putting them big trucks down through that neighborhood, so. But like I say, I know there's a problem there, and I will support what they think they need to do, but,
I don't think that road's allowed, the big truck's allowed on that road, is it?
I think it's
It's on Musket Trail.
Musket Trail,
50,000.
Ton and a half.
they're not allowed, but they do go down it, I think.
They go down it all the time. The only way to keep that from happening is to left it dirt.
Yeah.
There's what y'all,
Once they paved it, they go down.
How about a roundabout? Let's put a roundabout in there.
Now you talking about it, boy. You really talking about it.
I'm just
glad-
teasing.
I'm glad, I'm glad
I'm
the
just
sheriff,
teasing.
I'm glad the sheriff didn't hear that.
Okay. We don't,
Sheriff been looking at your pad.
all right, what y'all wanna do?
They support it.
Let DOT do what they wanna
What
do.
they need to do, I
What they
mean,
plan to do.
they gonna do that
Y'all agree to
anyway.
that? Let DOT do what they wanna do.
Well, reluctantly, but what they may wanna do may not be best thing, but I was still like, I mean, at some point, they would kinda let us know, we could let the public know, you know, what's gonna happen out there.
Well, I'm sure that
I think
they had that thing designed where they had the turns, both of them. They had all that in the section, what they were gonna do. And they had done looked over each end of it. They got engineers, so I think that we were to let them, let's let them go ahead with what they got.
They might not have hired all their engineers from Georgia Tech though.
No,
And if we ever get that perimeter road, not the bypass, but the perimeter road,
Yeah.
will take some pressure off of that.
that's right.
Well, yeah, you're right about that.
Take a lot of pressure off of that. So
Pressure, yeah.
that's something that we need to look at when we go to doing that.
Is there anything that we need from DOT? I mean, while we talking about doing this?
We need some good signs up in
No, I
several
mean-
locations.
Help a brother out here, you know?
Hey, we can come up with a list of
Yeah, you know.
road signs.
Yeah, you know.
That's,
So we need some street signs, or stop signs, or
Yes, sir, all the
something,
time.
James.
what do we need to tell him? Just give him the okay?
I'll just, tell them that the commission agrees to support the
Agrees to.
project.
Does all the commission agree? If they do, say aye. Daniel,
He's already off.
He's done it all.
He had to.
much worse?
He
He
said,
said I
I don't
reluctant.
know, look like I
it
just
was
can't
real
get it.
quiet. He said,
I didn't.
I'm trying to,
lips moved.
I'm
Let it
trying
go.
to see it.
He's making motions.
All right, commission,
Reluctantly,
do we have any commission comments? Hold on, let me ask the manager, are you through, you got any more?
Well, I was just gonna tell you that, I'm gonna send out a quarterly budget review, to the commission. Roughly, we're about 3% under, of what we budgeted for in the first quarter.
That's good.
2% under?
Three.
Yeah, 2 to 3% under. I'll send it out to you guys.
Okay.
And that's just for the first quarter, right?
Right. And then the library, that works is winding down at the library. And I want to say a special thanks to Coach G, the principal at the alternative school. He's developing a program at the alternative school for those kids to put back, to give back to society. And he brought 2 classes out there, an hour each, I think, and went to the library, and they went around the library and picked up all the trash. And then also around the front door, they raked the flower beds out. So thanks to him and that class for that.
So that's what those bags or whatever I saw pile up out there.
That is.
Well, that was a mess up in there.
So,
It was.
and I think tomorrow I'll hold that one. That's all I have.
Okay, that's all you got.
I
All
got
right.
a question
Any
for the
commission comments?
Well, of course, I got 2 or 3 questions, just short ones. On the Bickley Bridge project out there, what we on that?
We're gonna try to improve the dirt road. We'll get it mowed and keep the dirt road in the best shape that we can, so they'll have a little shorter route to go around. I mean,
Commissioner Cox can tell what, we went out and met with them, and he can kind of tell you about what they
Yes,
said, what
Chairman, I
we
went-
got from we went and spent about 2 hours with them.
We went and met with them and explained to them the whole deal about, they could close the road if we don't go ahead with this, so they understand that. But they do have a question. This is done under the LIBP replacement grant, and it comes with some constraints. and one of them, it says the road cannot be closed over 180 days. When it went out in the newspaper, it said it was probably be closed for a year. So what does that mean? Does that?
I'm not sure what the 180 days means, but I'll research it and I'll get back with.
Find out,
with
because
you
they,
and let you know.
they understand out there, but they kind of would like to know if it's going to be 180 days or if it's going to be a year. So,
Right.
which 100 days would be better. But like I say, we explained to them about all we can do is do some upgrades to the dirt road through there and keep it clean and keep it graded. So.
Right.
And I talked to the manager today about getting a mower out there and getting everything mowed side the roads, because you went through there.
Yeah. We told them we'd try to mow them blind curves out on them roads good and keep roads up while they was down.
But if you will, just check on that and see if it, if they think they'll be through in 180 days, or if they'll have it where they can pass in 180 days across it. And I'll be glad to let them know.
Okay, next thing on the State Street overpass, is that contract about to be laid on that?
The last word I received was it should be let in November, so it should be coming up. I know that over the last couple of days they've tore down another building. The package store's gone. Mm-hmm. So, and also I noticed there's been a considerable amount of land clearing off Cypress Circle behind Lewis and Rollerson. So the last word I've got was from State Street was that it should let in November, so it should be coming up.
Okay, and that same thing, what about Albany Avenue? Where are we?
Albany Avenue, they're still designing the project, and the attorneys have the parcels to do the title searches and get the appraisals done. So that's where we're at there.
Okay.
So
Is those appraisals about completed now? I mean, the property, we can start purchasing the property?
I will double check, we have, different attorneys within our firm, and we have a real estate attorney that handles most of our condemnations, and so she is working on that, but I will try to get an update and have for you all at our next meeting. Okay. As far as the status of all the different, because we have a number of projects that are going on at once, so, but I'll check on everything.
Okay.
they currently have Albany Avenue, Gibbs Lane, Wadley, Elmer Thrift.
Big Pen.
Well, they don't have. I haven't received Big Pen from statewide yet, but they have Wadley, Elmer Thrift, Banks, and then they have the overpass, and they have McDonald Road. So we've given them a considerable amount of title work to do over the last little bit.
That's all I have, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. Anybody got anything?
I got one question. The bridge on the Swamp Road, it's basically gonna be the same way, right? No,
It is.
So we're gonna have to get a way out, what's that, the Lottie Tatum Road?
6 miles through there.
6 miles through there. So we're basically gonna have to do the same thing, maybe get a grader out there and keep it out there while the bridge is out, so.
Yeah, I think that's supposed to start in January.
Yeah,
Or
what's
sometime
the
next
name of
year.
that bridge, James?
Gum Swamp.
Gum Swamp.
Okay.
Gum Swamp Bridge.
So
I think that bypass is gonna be the Lottie Tatum Road back
To
around,
Needham Road, right?
all the way
Yeah.
back to the Needham.
Yeah.
I think it's 6 miles. I rode through there and measured it
It's
6
not
miles.
too bad of a road, we just have to help keep it graded, cause there'll be a lot of bus traffic on it, hauling kids through there.
As
And a lot
long
of
as the
car
tide
traffic.
don't come in.
If the tide don't come in.
Okay, any more?
Just glad to see the prodigal son back with us, Danny Barnett. He's come back.
Yeah, the particle sign, he back.
I said the prodigal son has come back.
Also, Mr. Chairman, I'd like for you just to keep Joy San Nicholas and the family and Pam San Nicholas in y'all's prayers.
Yeah.
Pam's turned critically ill, and so
Is Joey there?
Joy St. Nicholas and Pam, you know, Pam used to work for the county, she worked
Yeah.
for the city, and Joy retired from the city, and
Yeah.
I think Pam ended up retiring from the DA's office.
This past year, I think.
Yeah, I worked with Joey a lot, several years.
She, his wife turned up suddenly, very sick, Saturday night, and she's in ICU at the hospital. So
They're both fine people.
And also, Mr. Chairman, I saw a guy that worked at the sheriff's department, Hubert Riles, he passed away. He worked at the sheriff's department for many years.
He was a lieutenant, I believe.
I got one comment I've had that several people have asked me about the code department. Why do they always got to go on a job with guns and badges?
well, they
They
do
said
more
a lot
than
of
just
counties don't do that.
they do
Why
more
do we
than
do that?
they do more than just inspections. They do code enforcement, animal
I
enforcement.
understand that.
So, and they're certified police officers as well.
Yeah. But do they have to be in uniform? Some older fellas told me, he said, we do all over the state, said, we don't never have nobody come with a badge, a gun and a badge
So this is
to inspect the building.
That's the way Ware County does it.
we've done that.
Are we the only county that does that?
I don't think we're the only county that does that, but we've done that since I was the chief down there. And
I know it's been happening a long time. I told them, I said,
I never received a complaint about it, so.
They've done
But
it
I
since.
tell them, you know, just like, well, when you out doing a dog call and you got a 70-pound pit bull running at you, you thankful you got a gun and a badge
Yeah, exactly.
when he's about to tear your leg off.
Especially if he's rabid.
I've never gotten any, complaints, I guess, for lack of a better term, about the code department and all,
yeah, I thought it was all like that. I didn't know that.
So our code enforcement also, I mean, our inspectors also do code enforcement. So they are looking at people's properties and they do animal enforcement and so they, a lot of counties are individualized, otherwise their duties, an inspector only does inspections. Well, we don't have that, our budget don't have that luxury. So we dual operate.
How many do we have?
We have 3 code enforcement officers now.
2?
Three.
We got
Yes,
three
sir.
code
Yes, sir. And there's, Dave does code enforcement and inspections. And then he's training, Matthew Johnson to do, inspections and code enforcement. So we'll have 2 people doing inspections, hopefully in the future, so. Or maybe not 2 doing inspections all the time, but somebody who can fill in if you go out of town, so.
We got Mr. Dave here now.
Yep.
Okay, that's all I have.
Dave, has there ever been a time when you were glad that you did have a sidearm?
Excuse me?
Has it ever been a time that you were glad you did have a sidearm when you were out,
Several.
Several.
Times. Yes, sir.
Okay, and it's unfortunate, because sometimes you don't ever know when you run up on people and you're having to enforce something that they can't do or can do, and they may take offense to it.
That's right. And people out there are really getting crazy, so.
And them bulldogs, them bites ain't,
That's right.
they don't feel good.
Okay, that's all I have. Y'all got anything else?
No, sir.
I hear a motion to adjourn.
So moved. Second?
Got a motion, second to adjourn. All in favor? Aye. Meeting adjourned.